parts of the instrument, bows. So luckily this has not happened yet here in this orchestra, as far as I know. As far as I know. All right, let's talk about some bows. Okay, so where does bow hair come from? Bow hair comes from male horses in cold climates. So Siberia, Mongolia, that's like kind of between like China and Russia, so quite ways away is where our bow hairs come from, which is really interesting. These horses in particular is where we get our bow hair from because they produce thicker and stronger bow hair. So if we have weaker bow hair, we're not going to get as strong of a sound. Also, we get bow hair from these particular horses because they're less likely to have been peed on, but an unfortunate and fun fact is that your bow hair has been peed on by a horse before. So just think about that when you're playing. And this type of bow hair is also used for stronger paintbrushes by professional painters. Why is bow hair white? Has anyone wondered this before? Because I feel like I've spent years wondering why our bow hair is white. Because not all, yeah.
They're albino horses.
What? No. Potentially. There's a few different reasons why bow hair is mostly white. The best bow hair comes from horses that have white tails. That is like gold. That's what we want. That's what gives us the best sound, has the strongest hair, and just the easiest process. But not all horses do have white tails. So we can go through a process where the bow hair is bleached, but ultimately this does dry and weaken the bow hair. But the other better fact, if you do have bow hair that has been bleached, that means it has been totally cleaned from horse pee. So you have a completely clean bow hair, which is great. And third, black hair. Has anyone seen bows that have like black hair before? Yeah, and particularly that section, right? Because black bow hair is much more coarser and thicker and stronger, which is needed for the lower strings that are thicker than like the E strings and the air strings up here. So that is something that you will also see. But bow hair can be white, can be black. There's also colored bow hair, which is like pink and green and fun colors, which not always the best quality because it's likely been bleached in the process, but something fun. The process of obtaining hair, so the hair harvest. This is a pretty nice process. It might seem kind of scary as to how we get to the hair, but it's done after a workout when the horse is worn and feeling comfortable. And we don't just use scissors to like cut the hair off because then it won't be completely straight and then that will affect the bone. But they use a comb and brush like up and down. That's the main pulling process. And these sessions are spread out over like 1 to 2 weeks, so they're not just being like brushed aggressively like in one session. So it's a very nice and just process of obtaining this bow hair. And they also use treats and positive reinforcement is what I have learned to obtain the bow hair. So you can feel really good about that. For the dressing, the bow hair is cleaned multiple times, and any imperfect hairs are removed. That's like any hairs that have like a bend to it and that aren't like totally straight. And we've talked about this before. There's 150 to 200 bow hairs that are used per bow. The length of the hair must be, well, the tail must be at least 80 centimeters long. So that's like 2.5 feet of hair. And it takes about 15 years for that length of a horse's tail to grow. So just take a look at your bow right now and appreciate the fact that like 15 years of horse life went into your bow. Something to feel really good about. I'm going to show a teeny clip of this video, but it shows a little bit about the process of like getting the hair onto the bow, which is interesting. I know what our volume is looking like, Mr. Green. So like a laughter eardrums out with this guy with his mustache.
Into the bow stand, and that will steady the tip. This is the only tool you're going to need. Taking off the slider, which is very unique to P&H bows. Ease off the ferrule. Notice there's no wedges at all on our product.
That's how the hair is held in the bow, which is very interesting.
That clears the fry gap. And with the screw, ease the hair to one side, and you will notice there's a special wedge in the tip. Just crank that back, and there you have the old hat.
And he puts in the new hair from there. So interesting what's in there.
Take
And then the last part I want to talk about is kind of evolution of the bow. So back in the Baroque times, the bows were shaped like
Hi everyone, this is Charlie showing you my new book.
So it's cool that he can like adjust the tension to the bow hair to play multiple strings. I think this is
Hi everyone, this is
Yeah, so back in this time, the bow was shaped this way because it was a lot more of a light and like short style. This type of music was mostly used for dance, so there was a quicker articulation, and we needed a less heavy bow to get that kind of sound. And nowadays we have our modern bow, and you can see the shape of it has changed. The way the stick kind of dips down now, because we need a more consistent and powerful sound, which adapts to this like romantic and contemporary type of music that we play now. That obtain new techniques. So we have like spiccato, ricochet. When we want a sustained sound, we want a more modern bow. And my last musical example of this is ricochet. That's in Mendelssohn, which some violinists may know. She's like bouncing. So, moral of the story, treat your bow carefully because 15 years of horse life was put into your bow, and your bow has probably been beat on before. So do with that information